In this busy digital age of self-tapes and auditions and casting profiles and social media, time management is one of the most important skills for an actor to have. Today's video is all about time management tips for actors, and I am not alone. I'm bringing in one of my dear friends, Peter Pamela Rose. She is an active casting director, a certified life and career coach, and one of the busiest people I know, so she clearly knows a thing or two about time management. A little bit about Peter before we dive in. She's a SAG-AFTRA voiceover actress with thousands of jobs to her name. In 2013, she and her husband Jason Harris formed the successful ADR Loop Group and voice casting company, The Looping Division. Peter's true passion is to motivate actors and expose them to the agent and casting director's point of view, and really empowering them with the courage and the opportunity to show their talent with both honesty and confidence. Let's do this. Hi, Peter. I'm so happy you're here today. You are a dear friend of mine, and you are a busy person who has to make your time, to thrive and survive, right? You do so many things at a high level. So I'm thrilled that you're here to talk about time management for actors. I just want to dive right in. I know my audience is excited. So let's just start with why. Why is time management so important for actors?
I think time management is so important for actors in particular, because one of the things that I talk about that is a kind of like a trip up or a mistake that actors make is fantasy versus reality. So as actors, we are fantasizing in our characters, but they're in our lives that doesn't necessarily work. So what I think I might be able to get done in 1 hour and what the reality is of what I can get done in 1 hour is two totally different things. So I think that ability to really understand what it is you really want. And when I say really want, like what's the thing that you are going to die trying to make happen? And then making sure that your actions that you take every day are aligned with it is really the recipe for good time management for actors, and why it is so important. Why is it so important? It's your dream. It's the thing you're saying, I will die trying to make this happen. And the whole thing that I find is that actors seem to have like a disconnect with that. They say it, but they don't do it. And my work is all about making that happen, making that merge. So what you say you most want to do in your life, like let's say it's being a working actor, you are actually taking the steps every single day to do it. That is why it's most important, because it is the thing that will lead you to success in your career. A huge thing I talk about is about handling things, that you can handle it. You can't control it, but you can handle it. And that's also what I think time management is so much about. You'll never be given more than you can handle, but you will be given more than you can control, because it's not your job to control it. It's not your job. Your job is just to handle what you've got going on in your day to day and moving yourself closer to what it is you most want in your life.
I'm a big morning person. My husband jokes like, it doesn't matter if I got no sleep. I will just come right out of bed and I will be ready for the day and I will get things done right away. Do you have any tips for actors really about setting their day up for success?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things, and probably the reason why you're so successful in what you do, is there's a phrase that says the most successful people get what they most don't want to do done by noon. So if you're a morning person, that really works for you. I believe this is because, and we're talking about setting up your day, I believe this is because we have, I call it like number 10 energy. Okay, so I'm just going to use a scale from 1 to 10. Our number 10 energy we need to solve our number 10 problems. So although I was like this morning saying, really don't want to write that email, I knew I was in number 8, number 9, number 10 energy. You talk to me around 4 o'clock today, my energy is more like 6, 5, and 4. Now, when I'm in 6, 5, and 4, these are the things I should be doing. Mindless tasks, cleaning, running errands, doing laundry. But when I'm talking about the thing that means the most to me, that's when I need to be utilizing my best energy. So that my number 10 challenge is met by number 10 energy. So it's really learning how to show up for yourself every day, but it doesn't need to be as difficult as you may think, because I talk about the power of baby stepping a lot, quite a bit.
I love the power of baby steps. I also wrote it down as you said it, the number 10 challenge met by number 10 energy. And we do push off the things that we don't want to do. And then they're left with number 1 energy, number 3 energy.
Exactly. And then you really don't want to do it, because if I have a number 10 challenge or even like a number 8 challenge, and it's now 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm at number 5 energy, I am screwed. I mean, I am not setting myself up for success. So setting yourself up for success and setting your day up for success is really saying, okay, this is when I am most powerful, when I feel most empowered in my day. And for me, it's pretty much any time before 1:30.
Very specific. I love it.
Yeah, after 1:30, I start to, but funny enough, I tend to exercise around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But again, I don't need this energy. I need that energy, if that makes sense. I mean, I also do think that physical fitness and fitting that into your day gives you more energy than anything else in the world. Another little thing I utilize is whenever I ask myself, in fact, I did this earlier today, there was an email I needed to get out. I call it the case of I don't feel like it. 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 And I said to myself, well, do you want this project to go through, or do you just not want to feel like it? And you pose that to yourself in that moment. And I always say the point of power is in the present moment. And I was like, I guess I better write that email because I really want that project to go through. Another thing that I find very interesting about actors and time management is when you come to the conclusion, and sometimes it's a very painful conclusion, that one of the things that you thought you wanted so much, you realize because you keep pushing it off that you don't actually want it bad enough. So it's about getting the work done that matters to you most and finding out what you really want, finding out what those next steps are, and then really teaching yourself to schedule it, obey it, and reevaluate it every day. It's a life-changing thing. It really is. And I run 4 different businesses, which is probably 3 too many, but I'm so passionate about each and every one of them that I only do what I really want to do. And anything that I don't really want to do, I just say that thing that you can say, it's a complete sentence and the word is no, not going to do it. So, and I think that's also with time management, something that's really important is learning what to say yes to and what to say no to, because we really do only have a finite amount of time.
So what are some of the biggest time management mistakes that you see actors make?
Procrastination. Perfectionism leads to procrastination, leads to paralysis. That's a big one. And think about that for a moment. Perfectionism leads to procrastination, leads to paralysis. So in this case, we're dealing with, if this is you only want to do it if it's perfect. It was so interesting. I had in my weekly coaching group with actors, I had an actress talk about how she was given a project to do an audition for. And she said, I was given a week. And she said, it's like the worst thing you can do for me because I'm going to search for that absolutely that perfect piece for her to do for this audition. And I posed to her the following question. I was like, instead of finding the perfect piece, what if you give yourself 90 minutes I'm a huge one on set the phone, except, I go back to the days of egg timers. So you set the timer for 90 minutes. You find the best piece you can in those 90 minutes. And then you spend the rest of the week making the acting work the very best it can be. Because this is the thing, and this is from a casting director's point of view, and I am so active in my casting, is from a casting director's point of view, is that I don't care that you are the best researcher under the sun. That's not what's going to get you the job. What's going to get you the job is the quality of your work. I want to see what the work is. And the thing for time management is that in order to do that, you want to be able to say, okay, I'm going to research for this amount of time, but then I'm going to do this amount of work on the acting work and make sure that that gets done.
Now, one of the things I've heard you talk about and again is the connection between core work and effective time management. Can you explain that?
I think it's really important as an actor, as an artist, to know yourself. But I also think that it's really important that you as a business person know yourself. And one of the 3 tenets I talk about in Acting Business Bootcamp is your acting training, your business skills, and core work. And the reason why is that you can be a phenomenally talented actor who gives themselves phenomenal business opportunities. The question is that after you've signed this deal memo that says you're going to be the lead on the next series regular on the next Dick Wolf series, Law and Order, fill in the blank, the question really needs to be, do you have what it takes to go into a room of executives, 30 people, after having signed something that will change the course of your life and your career, and be able to focus on the work and focus only? Because I always believe that by the time we get to a screen test, a third callback, whatever, we're not talking about your look. We're not talking about your talent. We're talking about who doesn't blink. That's what we're talking about. And that's what core work is all about. And that's why I think it's so important. I think it's so important as an actor, but it's also important when managing your day, so that when you come up against that task that you wrote down, like, this is one of my top things I should get done today, you don't blink and you just get it done. And this is the other thing, Heidi, and this is so important, is that it builds self-esteem. When I get that thing that I say that I most need to get done today done, I feel better about me. And the thing about core work is that, and the work on yourself is that it is not something you can buy. I can have billions of dollars, but I cannot buy self-esteem. I need to earn it from the hardest person on the planet to earn it from. Myself.
Yep.
Because it doesn't matter that, Heidi, you think I'm fabulous. It doesn't matter that my husband thinks I'm fabulous. It doesn't matter that 100,000 people think I'm fabulous. You know what it matters? It matters that I think I'm fabulous, that I think I'm good.
Thank you so much, PPR. This was amazing. And I know you have a quiz, the Acting Business Analysis, that's going to help my subscribers take everything they learned today even further. Can you just tell me about what that quiz is?
Well, basically, it's taking where you are at as an actor. It kind of asks you questions on where you are at as an actor, and it will really give you a phenomenal idea of where you've been spending your time and where you haven't been spending your time, and what needs to be done in your career and what maybe hasn't been done in your career. So it's a free tool for you to use. It's called Your Acting Business Analysis, and I'd love to get it for you.
Awesome. So I put the links to Peter's quiz, to her social media, to her fantastic podcast, the Acting Business Bootcamp podcast. I put all those links in the description below so you can connect with her there. Thank you so much for being here, PPR. I will see you on social. Bye.
Heidi, you are the best.
Love you. Bye.
Hey, take care. Ditto.